All right, everyone, I'm entering the small town of Stonewall, Mississippi. This town was named after the famous Confederate general, Stonewall Jackson. There's lots of interesting ruins here. I think I'm going to have to get out and take a closer look. What do you guys think? Here's what is left of the downtown of the city. Here's the small downtown. I've got a placard here. Let's take a look at it. Stonewall, Mississippi, here in 1868 was established one of the first industries in Mississippi, named to honor Major General T.J. Stonewall Jackson, CSA, acquired in 1962 by Burlington Industries and since enlarged. I'm assuming they mean this right here. Doesn't look like anything's going on with it though, does it? I'm not sure what this is, but I think it was a sawmill. I know that was a big industry here. It is lying in ruins now. Whole area is. And what are ruins here? This building, yeah, says something about it being a sawmill. Old Mill House Restaurant. Oh. I don't think it's open though. Got a window boarded up there. Well, let me tell you some of the stats of the city. Here is the census history. 1980, there were 1,345 people here. Last census, 879. I looked at the 2023 estimates too. There are just right at 800 people here now. So it's lost another nearly 80 people. I would guess just kids growing up and leaving. Median age is 53. Another indication that the place is slowly dying, because that is pretty old for a town. The town is 60% male, 40% female. So that's interesting. There are 2 extra males for every female here. Here's the ethnic breakdown. 78% white, 22% black, last 1% mixed race. Well, I'm going to head back into this downtown. Let's take a closer look at it. Now there's the post office. I'd like to give you guys a shot of that if I can. Yeah, let's take a look at this little small downtown. It looks like it's being maintained. The buildings look pretty nice, but I don't think anything's going on. Let's take a quick look inside. Oh. Well, it looks like they're doing something in there. It looks like maybe town hall, maybe. Talk to the mayor, that kind of thing. There's a shot of that building. Let's see what the building next to it has inside. Well, they got fans working. Interesting. Let's got another one here. This looks like stuff's being stored in there. That's pretty much it. Next door to this, let's take a quick look inside though. Yeah, next to this is a Piggly Wiggly. Okay, so let me give you the median household income. $24,808 a year. That's $477 a week. Keep in mind, that is everybody in a household, 16 and older, drawing income, their incomes combined. And there are 2.2 people per household here. So that's a median of a little less than $13,000 a year per person. That's some crazy stuff there. And as you can guess, poverty is pretty bad. 31.6% overall. School-age children, 49%. So half the kids here live in poverty. Folks 65 and older, 12%. That's right in line with the U.S. 15-minute parking sign. You think they enforce that? Hard to say. But how about cost of living? Well, here's the index. A 75. One of the lowest I've ever seen. Housing's 35. So housing is 65% lower here. That's the big one. Yeah, we'll go out and check out some houses here in a second. Let me give you another number though. Crime. Pretty low. 9 incidents per 1,000 people last year. U.S. is 23. So, yeah, crime is very low here. Well, as expected with the population loss, there's a lot of this. Boarded up homes. Median home value here, by the way, here it is, $47,000. That is really inexpensive. That looks empty too. Yeah, this is pretty much what you see everywhere here. Looks like they may be starting work on that one. Now that's a lot of stuff. Lots and lots of stuff. Well, all right, guys, I think it's time to head to the next town. I am in Quitman, Mississippi. This is Main Street. It is the county seat for Clark County. So there in the distance is the county courthouse. We'll get there shortly. Let's take a look at this Main Street. But here's a map first. Show you where I'm at. I'm right in front of a place called Main Street Odorless Cleaners. They've got a Wizard of Oz vibe going here. I'll get you, my pretty. And yeah, they got a scarecrow over here. Some people with brains do an awful lot of talking. Appears that they have closed though. Fortunately, Main Street Odorless Cleaners has closed. So it looks like they're done for. Well, here is the census history. Let me give you that real quick. 1990 was peak population, 2736. Last census, 2061. I looked at the 2023 estimates, 1,800 people here now. So they've lost another about 260 people in the past 3 years. The town is fading pretty quickly. Median age is 44, so it's definitely older. There's another building here, but I think this one is closed as well. Yeah, not really anything going on there. So here is the ethnic breakdown. It's pretty interesting. 46% white, 44% black, 6% Hispanic, last 3% mixed race. across the street again. Guess you can see better this way. The sun is shining. All right, median household income, $36,458 a year. That's $701 weekly. That's pretty low, not as bad as the last town. 2.1 people per home, though, so that's 701 weekly from 2 people. At least that's what the numbers suggest. Again, poverty pretty high, 24.6%. Children 17 and under, 51%. Again, half the children here. Folks 65 and older, though, 7%. That's really low. Here is a furniture store. Not open at the moment, though, because they've gone to the doctor. Now that's small town for you. Here's the cost of living index, 83. So it is cheaper to live here. Housing is a 60, so it's 40% lower. The town is named after John A. Quitman. He was a pro-slavery Mississippi governor. I believe that was in the early mid 1800s. He was a renowned military strategist and leader, from what I understand. He had 311 enslaved people working in his 4 plantations. He was quite wealthy. Okay, so this is the Clark County Courthouse, built in 1916. That's neoclassical architecture. Ancient Rome and Greece. The columns are the big giveaway there. And it looks down this main street. They have a Confederate statue right out front. Let's see what it says, shall we? Let's see. To the Confederate soldiers, though your ranks now fast are melting and the stars and bars are furled, yet the South will live forever in the glory of your world. Clark County's tribute to the noble men who marched neath the flag of the stars and bars and were faithful to the end. There you go. Yeah, you don't see too many of these standing anymore. But they have it here. Well, somebody got TP'd last night. Quite a few houses. I've seen 5 or 6 that have been TP'd, so it looks like some kids went on a TP rampage last night. This is like the 6th one I've seen. That was a big time TP party last night. Well, what can we say? I did it when I was a kid. Got in trouble for it too. Yeah, people didn't like it. Anyway, see a lot of this here. The houses look pretty nice, actually, a lot of them. Here's the median home value, $109,600. So that's a little bit higher than a lot of the towns I've been showing you guys recently. Yet another house that got TP'd. Anyway, so let's got one more town to show you. Let's head that way. Well, I saw a sign that said there was a Confederate Cemetery down this dirt road. Yeah, so here I am. Let's check it out. Well, I'm here. Yeah, let's take a look at this. Alright, so here's the entrance. Confederate Cemetery. Yeah. Well, that is in disrepair. Wow. Unknown Confederate soldier. How about that? There's the flags. They are in tatters. Not sure if this is being maintained. Doesn't look like it, does it? These flags are in terrible shape. After neglect of 70 years, this cemetery was recognized as the place of burial for 300 Confederate soldiers. A lack of contribution, it lay in state until the Clark County VFW Post 4982 made a commitment. It would be a memorial to those who died in pursuit of an idea that changed history and a way of life for us all. So that's right here. Mississippi Sons of Confederate Veterans. I've got a sign here. Let's see. Try to prove to the world that although we were not successful in our efforts for independence, we were worthy of success. Robert E. Lee. Hopefully you can see this. To all those who paid the supreme price in their pursuit of an idea that changed a way of life for us all, we humbly dedicate this memorial, and that all be judged by the Almighty and not by man. This was put here in 1987. Well, there you go, guys. This little Confederate cemetery is just kind of out in the middle of nowhere. It's kind of a major road over here, you can hear it. Well, it's a little two-lane. But yeah. This is tucked away in the corner. Not visited often, that's pretty obvious. As I'm the only one here. I'm in the very small town of Shubuta, Mississippi. Here is the population history. Peak population 1910, 1168. Last census, 406. I think the latest census has it about 380. Median age of Shubuta is 45. Again, a little bit older. Ethnic breakdown, 77% black, 22% white, last 1% Hispanic. Now let's take a look around here, shall we? This is City Hall right here. Now Shubuta, I guess I'm pronouncing that right, by the way. It's a Choctaw word. It means smoky water. Yeah, that's a really nice sign, isn't it? I like that. By the way, 57% of this town is female, 43% male. So they've got a few extra females here. Median household income, $32,159 a year. That's $618 a week. Let's check out this building. I guess this is community center. Community working together. Should we take a look inside? Yeah, it looks like they do stuff in there, don't they? Well, anyway, let's explore this little downtown. Tell you some more. Poverty, 17.9%. A little bit better than the last few towns. School-age children, it's still pretty bad though. 43%. Yeah, that's 4 out of every 10. That's still high. Folks 65 and older, 10%. That's pretty much in line. Transforming Life Church Fellowship Hall. Well, it looks like they're getting some use out of some of the buildings here downtown. Yeah, I've got to take a look over here though. Cost of living, here's the index, 76. That's really low. Housing 37, so housing 63% lower. Interesting. Crime here, a little bit higher than the last two. 28 incidents per 1,000 people, compares to 23 for the U.S. They've got a little restaurant right here. It's closed at the moment, and today is Friday. It's a Friday afternoon, early afternoon, so I'm not sure when that would open. Seems like it would be open now. I don't know, with only 400 people here though, I would guess it's a struggle to stay in business. They do have something under construction over here. A medical facility, it looks like. That's pretty cool. Yeah, here's a building that is in ruins. Looks like the ceiling just gave out, doesn't it? Just pointing the camera in there. Yeah, it looks like the ceiling just collapsed. Wow. Well, let's hope no one was in there. I'm not sure what's going on here. This looks like it's empty. Interesting. Well, yeah, I've come out to the other end here of downtown, and this is pretty much it. Yeah, really old building here. Doesn't even have glass anymore. There seems to be a lot of religious activity in this town. Yeah, there's a church over here. It's a pretty church too, isn't it? You can see that in the distance. And another pretty church right here. Alright guys, I'm out here on the edge of town. There's a bridge out here that I wanted to show you called the Hanging Bridge. It is on the National Register. Unfortunately, it's on private property now, and there was a gate there and it said no trespassing. So I'm heading back into town. But I at least wanted to tell you about it. In 1918, 4 young black people were hung from it. 2 of them 20. I think the other 2 were 16 years old. 2 of them were females. And both of those girls were pregnant. Not only were they pregnant, but in their late stages of pregnancy. One of them only had a couple weeks to go, and she was ready to give birth. So they listed as 4 people being hung that day. But really, honestly, 6 died. But the reason they were hung is that they were accused of killing a white doctor who lived on the farm that they worked at. Of course, no trial, nothing else. They were just accused of it, marched out there, and hung off this bridge. It happened again in 1942. A couple of brothers, one 14, the other 15, were hung from the bridge because they talked to a young white girl. That's why they were hung. Anyway, yeah, so I wish I could have showed it to you, but I at least wanted to talk about it a bit because it is part of the history of Shubuta. Well, the streets, the neighborhoods, look pretty nice. Now, there's not a lot. There's like 3, maybe 4 streets in the entire town, you know, with less than 400 people. This is what I'm seeing a lot of. that was. Yeah, I'm seeing some really nice streets here, houses. Very quiet little town. One of the main neighborhoods in town. It's pretty nice, isn't it? Really beautiful tree-lined streets. All right, everyone, that will be the end of this video. I'm actually in Philadelphia at the moment, but the next video will be in a small, rural, eastern Kentucky town, Appalachia, Kentucky, a town that was once one of the most prolific coal producers in this country. Today it is nearly abandoned and filled with incredible, beautiful old ruins. Can't wait to show it to you guys. So anyway, that will be up next. I will see you there.